Hello to all who are listening, especially Jess if you're out there. This is really for you. I'm Andromeda, and if you don't know me by name, I'm the person who dressed up as Kim for all 3 days of VidCon 2025, including my own handmade Season 5 Kim costume. I've been watching Jess's content from the beginning, before Minecraft Diaries we know and love was even a thing. Someday in late 2014, my little sister decided we were going to watch a YouTuber make fairy horses in Minecraft. Despite my protests, she put the video on, and I fell in love with Jess's content. For the next 7 years of my life, I didn't miss an upload. I was always there. Even if I couldn't comment because I didn't have a YouTube account, I was always there to join Jess in her adventures. I watched her stories grow, I watched her writing and content evolve, and I watched her grow too. From the other side of a screen, a woman I had never met helped raise me. In 2018, I went to VidCon for the very first time. I was accompanied by my dad and my little sister, who was cosplaying Daniel at the time. This is where my tradition of cosplaying Kim began, back with 13-year-old me and an Amazon Sailor Fuku and some blue light glasses from the drugstore. It's no secret that Kim has had a special place in my heart from the moment she was introduced. But in all honesty, Kim wasn't the first of Jess's characters I fell in love with. Truly, the first was Kawaii-chan. She felt like all the quirky, awkward aspects of me that I was too afraid to show had been bundled up in a ball and turned into this adorable cat girl. There was a time of my life where I began to feel hopeless. Much too soon, far too young. In my darkest moments, Jess's content kept my head up as I tried to swim through my parents' divorce, coming out on accident, being bullied, and never truly feeling like I had friends who wanted me around. My first foray into the Aphmau fandom started on Instagram, with an old account I no longer have access to. I found a small group of people online who were role-playing Aphmau characters in Instagram group chats, and we wrote stories and had fun. Until the guilt got the better of me, and I told my mom I was communicating with strangers on the internet. She took away my Instagram, made me leave the group without a goodbye, and thought I'd learned my lesson. But in reality, it left me feeling more alone than before. Because now I knew somewhere out there were other people like me, who shared my same love for Jess's content and the worlds she built. I later ended up on Wattpad, where I was the first person to ever tag Garkim as a ship, and the second person on the recorded internet to write a fic with them. I built a small community of people again, this time based around my mediocre writing, and again, the love for Aphmau. I made a couple of friends, joined Amino, made a couple enemies, who have turned into great friends, and finally found love for creating. Over the years, Jess's content got me through some really hard times, but as the people around me grew up, they scoffed at my love for this channel. They told me it was childish, and I needed to grow up and like things that were meant for people my age. And for a while, I let them get the better of me. Around the time the raft videos started, the pressure got to me. I was still showing up for every episode of My Streets premiere, but I was growing less and less active in the fandoms. I was talking about Jess's videos less. I was trying to force myself to quote-unquote grow up. In 2021, I introduced my now ex-boyfriend to Aphmau's content, and he seemed to love it just as much as me. I watched all of My Street with him, and by the time our relationship ended, we even managed to get him through most of Season 1 of MCD. Some of my last good memories of that relationship are of watching MCD with him, because Jess's content made me happy. And when I left him, I moved back across the country to live with my family again, and I finally started to rewatch My Street. A couple of months later, I would be at VidCon, meeting Jess herself, something I'm still surprised I didn't burst into tears over. I had made some amazing friends through Aftwit and Aftalk, and got to meet people I have admired for a literal decade. But truly, it all comes back to Jess. I didn't start watching when things were cinematic, or even partially scripted. I have been there since it was just her, though I did go back every once in a while and watch Iron and Coal. Castor and Sachel made a good trio for her. In the end, the heart of the Aphmau channel is Jess herself. She's a storyteller, a voice actor, an artist, a mother, and a truly wonderful and kind person. Her content has lifted so many of us up, even in our darkest moments. Her series kept us going, even when we felt all hope was gone. Now, I'm going to put a little trigger warning here. because I'm going to mention some suicidal ideation. There's going to be a timestamp on screen if you want to skip ahead to when I'm done talking about this. Thank you. One of my most vivid childhood memories is of standing in my kitchen at 10 years old, wondering if anyone would even miss me if I died that night. But as I stood there, wondering if my family could move on without me, the smallest thing kept me going, and I know it sounds stupid, but there was this tiny voice in the back of my mind that said, just stay alive. You want to know if Garth will get out of the Irene dimension, don't you? You won't know if you're dead. And guess what? I'm still here, now nearly 21. I know it sounds bleak and stupid, but sometimes the smallest things can keep someone going. And for me, it was Aphmau. So thank you for everything you've done for this community. All of us here in the fandom look up to you. We love you. Happy birthday, Jess.
Okay, eyes up here. Guys, real quick, grab it. 2, 1. Thank you. Next person. Sorry. Don't forget your selfie, ladies, and your phone.
Okay. Yeah? Okay. Sorry. Thank you. All right, 3, 2, 1, go, and we're good.